Alright, so it's been about a week and a half since the last update, and the painting for my Warhammer the Old World High Elf army continues. So we're going to give some painting updates, and then maybe we'll talk a little bit about this week's game. So started with these silver helms, which are really fun. I know the last video these were all primed and ready to go, but now they're painted. But I will caution, there's still a bit of detail work to come back and work on. You'll notice like the gems are basically just base coated in at this point. And then what I want to show to gems, eyes, that kind of thing. That really needs some microsol there, but I started putting the some of the transfers on there. This is a custom play it painted emblem. And I don't know if you read it really close, it would say play it painted, I believe, in Greek. So that's part of this unit. So this is my metal hero. I also have another hero. The banner on the silver helms is a little unimpressive, but I can stick something on that. But yeah, so these guys got done. And we also tackled this unit of Dragon Princes, which I absolutely love. Dragon Princes, I love their lore. They're one of my favorite units in the whole game. You can see there's still some microsol to be done on the banner there, but and it took a little work getting this, just getting the color scheme correct in my head. But yeah, I stayed with that blue-green color scheme that I think is awesome. Yeah, really fun unit. Still not there with, like I said, we still got to do the detail on the gemstones and eyes and that kind of stuff. But it's table ready, so we're calling them done for now. I'll just come back through and do a little more detail work on these bad boys. Okay, and that brings us to this guy, which was really the fun, just knocking all the paints over, the fun end point of all of this project was the Lord on Dragon. And I gotta be honest with you, I've been painting for over 30 years, and you know, mostly batch painting. But what I'm trying to say is this has been the most fun I've ever had painting in my very long hobby career. I've been wanting to do this for quite a long time, ever since since I started playing Warhammer Fantasy back in the mid 90s, but never had a dragon, and I've always wanted to paint a dragon. So yeah, so this thing is fully magnetized. You can see Prince Dariel here has you can swap out all of his arms, all of his and you can swap the rider too if you want to go with a mage. It also for functionality to fit in my case, you can also remove the tail and the head. There's tiny magnets in there to just help keep all of that in place. But yeah, I'm enjoying this so much. I still have some bits and bobs to do though. Like I still have, for example, I still have the mage side of that rider to paint. But absolutely, fully customizable. And a real shame, like, that the shields were nerfed on the beasts. I get it for rules reasons, but I like to run WYSIWYG when I can, and it's a shame you're not going to see the shields on the princes, at least while they're riding dragons. But I can put that on him when he's on a barded steed or something. And so all my riders are completely interchangeable, which is cool, and that's just going to help with the whole thing. So yeah, I am I'm still in awe of this. Absolutely love this thing. Super fun. Let's get to a game update. Actually, before we get to the game update, I just wanted to show you really quickly that the 2,000 points here of High Elves fits in this Battle Foam Magnarak Pack Go. Made a minor modification here, just took one shelf out of it, and I shortened the bottom row so that it can fit the dragon, but just fit the dragon. You can see there's still room to expand there. Here's all the Illyrian Reavers and the Sisters of Avalorn back there. You've got Bethilion, Seer of Ones back there. Mounted Mage here. Oh, I forgot I got BSB. His banner's kind of drooping right now. And then you've got a Lore Master. And then up here are all the cavalry we just went over. And yeah, that's a Guild Ball team. I'm going to play some Guild Ball this weekend. Anyways, over to the gaming side. Okay, so I did play my first league game last night against a really great opponent named Nick. We played a 1,250 point game that I'm not going to get into like too much detail on, but it was a super fun game. I got to field my Dragon Princes and my Silver Helms and against Nick's Cathay army, which was super cool. And yeah, things were looking okay at the start of the game. I actually thought I was going to do somewhat well. I felt like my force matched up pretty well. And then the most hilarious stuff happened. Basically, I was going to charge his Sentinel with my full unit of Silver Helms and my Mage, and they failed their panic test and then promptly fled off the board. That was about half my points, just got up and left right at that point in the game. So yeah, that was fun. And you know, up until that point, I thought I was doing pretty well. The Dragon Princes did a good job wiping out his cavalry and managed to break his lord who was running off the board. And I went up and popped that big balloon, and I was thinking, hey, things are gonna be okay. Let me just take care of that giant Chinese statue. And sure enough, I fail that terror test as well. And my guys start to run off the board. And basically, that's game at that point. They didn't leave the board, and we got into a little bit of a melee there with the big thing. Didn't really kill it or do a whole lot after that. But anyways, it was a great game. I learned a lot. Nick was great because basically, you know, with the maneuvering of the Illyrian Reavers, because I basically just told him what I want to do and what I want to accomplish, and he helped me figure that out through a combination of wheeling and facing and all that stuff. So shout outs to Nick. It was a really fun game. Nick, I thought I had a decent game on you until those really bad break tests, but it was so much fun. Can't wait to play you again. And yeah, so I'm having a lot of fun with this league, learning a lot, and yeah, the painting has just been so much fun. It's basically all gravy from here because the 2K is painted and good to go, so I'm super excited about that. Like I said, details and extras if I want to do that. But yeah, my journey through Old World has been super fun so far. I like this game way more than I expected to. And I've got a nice transport solution. I've got an army, and things look good. The dragon, I can't really express how much fun I've had painting that thing. That was absolutely worth all of the numerous units and characters and stuff that I painted to get to that point. But yeah, that was really the dessert at the end of, you know, capping off the 2K army. So with that, I am gonna call it here. Thanks everyone for watching and for being on this journey. I probably will give another update or maybe a summary at the end of the league and talk a little bit about, you know, good parts, bad parts, and what I expect to do with Warhammer, the Old World in the future. So with that, we're going to call it here. Thanks again, everybody, for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.